Oh my god, the stock market's going down, the whole market's going down, Tesla's going down, the sky is falling, the chicken was right, everything's going to zero, I should sell everything, panic sell, panic sell, panic sell, panic sell. Stop. If this is your first market crash ever, well, this video is for you. In this video, we're going to go over the things you need to know in a bear market because believe it or not, guys, this is not the first time this has happened, and it won't be the last. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you guys my experiences with bear market. This is actually my third bear market that I'm going into, and man, I'm so excited. In fact, I've been waiting for a big bear market to come, or a recession, so I can go all in into high quality companies like Tesla. So sit down, sit tight, get ready, get your notes, because these are the points that I would tell my younger self if I was ever in a bear market and it was my first time investing in the stock market. So get ready because this video has tons and tons of value. And in advance, guys, I apologize for the late videos. I am moving places. As you guys can see, my billboard is not up here. Usually it's over here. But because I'm shifting places and I'm still actually in the middle of moving. So yeah, give me some time, guys. And hopefully in the next video, the video after that, the billboard will be here and everything will be back to normal. So anyways, I hope you guys are ready. Smash that like button if you're ready and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's go, man. The first point that everyone needs to know, especially the ones that are like in the stock market for the very first time and experiencing a bear market for the first time, bear markets never last. The average bear market lasts about 289 days or about 10 months. Like, bruh, come on, 10 months. Can't you just weather 10 months? Yes, it's 10 months of pain. It's 10 months of watching your portfolio go down 50% to negative 60% to 70% to pretty much losing almost 90% of your money. It's tough, I understand that, but again, bear markets never last. If you compare the bear markets to the bull markets tend to run for 1,000 days or nearly 3 years. So that's flipping awesome, but I do have to stress here that that's the average. Bear markets can last longer or shorter. The shortest one we've had, I think it was in 2020 when we had that massive COVID crash. It was like for 45 days or something like that. Then it started to go to then it went to a massive bull run as we all witnessed. Sheesh, that was insane. But bear markets are normal, guys. They really are. I think it was Peter Lynch who said that every 2 to 3 years, you're going to see a correction, and every like 5 to 10 years, you're going to see a massive recession. But if you hold stocks about like 30, 40 years, you're going to make a lot of money.
About once every 2 years, the market falls 10%. We call that a correction. That means that's a euphemism for losing a lot of money rapidly, but we call it a correction. 50 declines in 93 years, about once every 2 years the market falls 10%. Of those 50 declines, 15 have been 25% or more. That's known as a bear market. We've had 15 declines in 93 years. So every 6 years, the market's going to have a 25% decline. That's all you need to know. You need to know the market's going to go down sometime. If you're not ready for that, you shouldn't own stocks.
And that's coming from the man Peter Lynch, one of the most legendary stock investors in the world. And you know what? Don't even take his word for it. Look at the S&P 500 chart for the past like 100 years. Sheesh. All those down times, there were just buying opportunities. Now, yes, given that some last a whole lot longer, some lasted a decade, some lasted 5 years, 12 years, a few months. But the stock market is not a place that you guys want to play short term. It's a place you guys want to invest now and come back to it in 10, 20, 30 years and just enjoy it. Buy them Lambos, the Model S's, the Plaids, the Roadsters, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what the stock market is for. It's a wealth generator, but for a long, long time. 10, 20, 30 years invested. Not in a week or a month or even a year. That's called speculation and trying to get rich quick, and that never works in the stock market unless you get super, super, super lucky. Majority of the time, none of us do. So investing long-term in good quality companies like Tesla, in the next 20, 30 years, we're gonna be well off. As well as another thing to add on to this point is that bear markets are needed and it's healthy for the market. You see, guys, for the past 100 years, there's been about 26 bear markets and about 27 bull markets. Again, look at the S&P 500 for a 100-year chart. It only goes one direction, man. And I'm telling you, the bull markets last a lot longer and the gains are a whole lot better, I'm telling you. The chart says it all. But bear markets are needed because it kills the zombie companies and flushes out the toxins and creates opportunity. Think Apple back in 2008, 2009. The company crashed 50-60%, which is kind of funny because that's what Tesla has crashed too, about 50 reaching to 60%. But if you zoom out, man, I mean, just look at the gains. I mean, just look at the gains for Apple. Another great example is the dot-com bubble with Amazon. When that thing popped, Amazon went down like 90%, man. I'm telling you, man. If you guys did your research and saw how good Amazon was, and you went all in back then, you would be probably a multi-millionaire, and I'm talking about in the hundreds and millions of dollars. But in the middle of all the crash and havoc and pain and red days where the sky is falling, you don't see that. And honestly, all you want to do is panic sell too. But if you just, relax, calm down, look at the big picture, look at the company, do some research and DD, that would have been an investment of a lifetime, man. Amazon, 2001. Sheesh. But don't have to be petty that we missed 2001 or 2008. We are now in 2022 and going to 2023, and the pain isn't going to stop anytime soon. So we got time to do our DD and research and invest in good stocks. Tesla. But moving on to the second point. You see, guys, I love recessions because every time we're in a bull market, we all wish we could bought the stock at like half price or even just 20% discount. But in a bear market, everything goes on a massive sale, especially the good high quality companies. Again, think back in 2008, 2009 when Apple crashed 50%. Wouldn't that been an opportunity of a lifetime, eh? But let's just, zoom out here and let's ask some questions, some serious questions. For example, in Tesla, because I'm going all into Tesla, does Tesla dropping 50% at this time, while improving earnings, improving vehicles, having record earnings and revenue, make any sense at all? What's that? Do you just say no? Well, welcome to a bear market. In bear market, nothing makes sense at all. Nothing. Everyone is just full of fear and panic, and they want to sell as much as they can because they see their portfolio going down 40%, 50%, 60%, and all they think about is their next bill. You see, guys, when you guys are investing in the stock market, you're not investing to pay off the next bill. You're investing for the next 10 years. And when you see an opportunity, when you see the crash of your favorite stock crashing 50%, 60%. I mean, you were buying at all-time highs. Why are you not buying now? It's mind-boggling. The psychology here is absolutely mind-boggling. And that brings me to the third point. The third point is a statement that I made, and I got to read it off because I just wrote it down. It says, when it's a bull market, everything is going to the moon. But when it's a bear market, everyone and everything thinks everything is going to go to zero. Bro, what the heck? But it's so true. Again, this is something with human psychology. When stocks go up 10% or they have a solid green week, everyone thinks it's gonna triple or quadruple by the end of the week. I mean, don't take my word for it, man. All you gotta do is just read Tesla conversations on Yahoo Finance and you'll see all the fun comments. And the opposite is true. When a stock drops 10% in a day or has a bad week or a red week, everyone thinks that the stock's gonna go to zero. Again, Tesla conversation on Yahoo is flippin' hilarious. I recommend you go and have a look and read through it, man, you won't be disappointed. It's flipping hilarious. But if you're a long-term investor, man, you have to get your emotions out of this. If you keep your emotions in, you're gonna think exactly like this. I've learned how to remove my emotions entirely out of the stock market, and for the past 12 years that I've been investing, I've made quite a bit of money. And you will too if you do. Now moving on to the fourth point, we gotta mention our OG Warren Buffett's favorite and most famous quote. Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. And that statement can't be true today than when it was 20, 30 years ago whenever he made it. Again, guys, when everyone is fearful like they are now, you gotta be greedy, man. You gotta be really greedy. I mean, I'm extremely greedy. I'm trying to gather as much cash as I can because I'm cashless right now to buy Tesla. I mean, $200 per share, bruh. You kidding me right now? I'm flipping greedy right now. I'm really am greedy. And you guys should be too. If you guys have been investing in the stock market for the past, let's say 7 years, 8 years, or even the past like 2-3 years, you guys were buying in a bull market. And now when you guys seeing the bear market is coming and everything is dropping, you guys are scared. And I 100% understand why you guys are scared. This is your first bear market and it's painful. I get it. But this is the time to be greedy. It's not the time to sell. I mean, guys, come on. If you guys were buying Tesla stock in the 300s, in the 350s, and 400s, and you guys were trying to find every dollar you can to buy Tesla stock, and now it's half price to 200. Now you're all of a sudden scared to buy Tesla stock? For what reason? Tesla has been improving revenues, they've been crushing earnings, they're hitting record every single quarter. What has changed? Nothing has changed. They've improved. So why are you scared? You should be greedy. You should be embracing this. You should be like, man, I was trying to gather as much money as I can to buy at 400, but now it's half price. What's stopping you, man? Again, guys, you do have to get your emotions out of the stock market or any investment really, because your emotions, if you let your emotions take control over you, man, that's it. That's it. You're gonna lose a whole bunch of money. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube who has a lot of experience in the stock market and made a lot of money in the stock market. I'm trying to give out tips and advice to my younger self. But if you're a long-term investor to like Tesla, Apple, Google, Amazon, Nvidia, and you've done your research, man, just look at the stock price. It's just half price. It's juicy. But if you're a short-term investor, then yeah, step away from this market, man. In the short term, things are gonna get worse and they're gonna get ugly. Better for me because I'll buy things more at the cheap. But again, short-term investors, they don't care what's gonna happen in 5-10 years. They care what's gonna happen next year. And I don't think next year we're gonna be out of this mess. So short-term investors, this video ain't for you. But my long-term investors, man, bruh, don't panic. Be greedy. If you know in the next 5, 10, 20 years, a stock is going to 10x, 5x, 2x from their all-time highs, then why are you so afraid? Be flippin' greedy. And this brings me to my last point, and that's embrace recessions, man. Did you know that half of the S&P 500 index's strongest days in the last 20 years occurred during a bear market? Wait, what's that you didn't know? Oh, well, did you also know that 34% of the market's best days took place in the first 2 months of a bull market? That's right, when a bear market ends, the first 2 months of the bull market are the best flipping days. I'm telling you, man, it's like 20% green days, 10% green days, 30% green days. It's like we're going back to the flipping moon. It's absolutely insane. But again, if this is your first bear market, you've never experienced this before. But when it happens, when the bull market happens, man, you're gonna look back, you're gonna pat yourself in the back and say, I'm happy that I bought. I'm happy that I invested on the cheap. These are facts, I'm telling you. These are not things that I just made up. These are absolute facts, and you can't argue with facts. Embrace recessions, embrace difficult and uncertain times, because it creates fear, and the most important one, panic selling. Again, guys, we are humans. We humans are really controlled by our emotions, but if you guys can get your emotions out of the stock market, I think this is the third time I'm saying this because it's very important. But if you guys can do that, if you guys can remove your emotions out of the stock market and not panic sell, then you're gonna make a lot of money in the future. Guys, let me tell you my first reaction when I saw Tesla going down. I think it was in deliveries, when it crashed like, I think it was 10% or 12% in a day. I'm just like, it's time. It's time to go even more in, man. I'm telling you, I was so excited. I was so excited. In fact, I bought a few shares before the delivery numbers comes out, just in case if it goes up. But it crashed even more, and I'm like, I gotta buy some more. And then Q3 came out. It was a flippin' awesome Q3, and it crashed some more. I bought some more. And I'm continuing to buy more until, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know when I'm gonna stop buying. I just can't stop buying Tesla stock. It's just so flippin' cheap. And you see, guys, man, riches are made during recessions because assets fall and everything goes on the cheap. You know, the stock market, the real estate market, sometimes even gold and precious metals for some reason, but it's called a panic sell for a reason. And it's these times that if you guys can control your emotions and buy these assets at a very cheap price, once we go back in a bull market, it's just heaven, man. The feeling is amazing. Not only that, you're gonna look back in the next 5, 10, 20 years and go like, wow, you know, I bought this property or I bought this stock at this price. Now it's this price. Sheesh. And if you're someone who's watching this channel thinking to invest in the stock market right now, by the way, if you're new, smash that like button and subscribe, man. Come on. But I'm gonna give you some valuable advice, so listen up. There's always a reason not to invest, not only just in the stock market, but in any investments at all. But let's talk about the stock market for a second. Check out this chart. Look at all the reasons not to buy or not to get involved or invested in the S&P 500 or the stock market. So many reasons, but just look at the direction where the stock market is going. It's only going one direction, guys. It's going one direction. The only time where the stock market will never go that direction, go that one direction, and instead of going that is going down, is when all the companies in the world and all the factories stop creating products, items, groceries, creating value. All that just stops indefinitely. Not like what happened in 2020. 2020, they were all forced to shut down because of this pandemic. But I'm talking about indefinitely. Companies and manufacturing and retail stores, they all stop producing and stop selling and just shuts their doors. You can't do anything. That's when the stock market will crash down to probably zero. But let's come back to earth and to reality. That's never going to happen. Even if World War III breaks out, that's never going to happen. As long as companies are making money, in the long term, the stock market goes only one direction. And that's facts. And remember, when you're buying the stock or investing in the stock, you're buying a piece of a company. You become an owner in that company. Most of my viewers are all Tesla shareholders. So yes, we are all an owner of Tesla, and we want Tesla to dominate, if they're not dominating already. And I'm telling you, man, with Tesla being so cheap, I'm going all in, man. All in into Tesla. 90% of my portfolio is nothing but Tesla. If the prices are this low for a long time, then probably gonna be 95% or 99% by end of next year. So to recap, if this is your first bear market, don't be afraid, don't panic, embrace it, and be very, very greedy. This bear market could last until end of the year, could last until end of the next year, or probably could be another lost decade. Nobody knows how long this bear market's going to last. But everyone knows that bear markets never lasts, and that's important. And if you guys have faith and belief in a company that you think in the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years is going to 10x, 20x, 30x, whatever a number is, then you are blessed with this opportunity that we are given now. There's probably more pain ahead. Maybe the stock market could go down another 50%, or maybe we've bottomed. Nobody knows. But we do know one thing, that in the long term, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, the stock market only goes up one direction. So with that being said, guys, in this video I mentioned a lot about Tesla, and I am invested heavily into Tesla at least up until 2030, probably in the 2040s and 2050s as well. Here's my view of Tesla's 2030 stock price, including everything. It's pretty interesting, but it is a prediction only. It may not come true, or it may. Who knows? But check it out. Check out some merch, guys, and don't forget to subscribe, man. See you guys in another video. See ya.